All right, so we talked about oxalic acid, and we're going to treat the hive. Um, this is the Instavap. This is the original, the big one. Um, I bought the Milwaukee version because that's what I have. So it's very simple to use. But one of the things that we ran into, and I want to show you, I reached out to Instavap and I got a response via email within, I would say, 2 hours, which was surprising on I think it was a Thursday afternoon, whatever the case may be. So this is the plunger. So basically, you fill it with the oxalic acid, you put it in here, you hit it, it vaporizes. Okay. So I've got 2 jars here. One of them I already worked on, but I want to show you one of the problems I had when I started doing this. So you stick it in the oxalic acid, dig it in there, right? You notice nothing's on there. There's nothing here. So every time I stuck it in here, I got nothing, and it was a pain. So I ended up trying to lift it up and hold it, and it didn't work. Okay. So when I sent a message over to Instavap, they said add a little bit of water, and he gave me some calculations, but he said a little bit. So I added some water to this jar. Obviously, they're almost about equal, right? A little bit of water. Now, look at that. It holds it. It doesn't come out until I hit the plunger. Then it comes out. Now, did I add too much water? Maybe. Maybe not. But now every time I stick it in here, it holds it. And it holds it to where I need it, which would be, my 4 grams that I'm looking for, okay? So again, take the powder, and if I stick it in here, it doesn't hold it. Doesn't matter how hard I push. Okay, I got it there, but watch. It's just going to fall out. I didn't even hit the plunger, and now it's empty. So that's a big problem, especially when you're trying to put it in the machine, okay? So I've got a little bit of water here, nothing spectacular. I've got a little spoon, nothing spectacular. I'm going to take 1, and then I'm going to do a little bit more, okay? Nothing, that's all. That little bit, nothing, okay? Then I'm going to take the other side of my spoon here, and I'm going to stir this up. There's not a whole lot of water in there. It's already making it a little chunky. Nothing too crazy. Probably in this Florida environment, I probably could have left it out, for a little while unsealed, and it would have been fine. But you see now it holds, doesn't fall out until I push the plunger. Super, super simple, okay? Super simple. So a little bit of water, thanks to the guys over at, Instavap, and just give me that quick tip. So now I've got my 2 bottles worth, which I won't need this much, of oxalic acid. So that's all it is. So now we're going to go over and we're going to go ahead and treat these hives, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and treat this hive. They're going to get a little angry because I got to cover up the entrance here. They're not too happy. They won't be happy here in a second. Let me put this down. I have a wet rag. They are coming and going, so they are not happy. Okay. So, one of the things, let me grab my phone. One of the things I wanted to check here before we get started. Yep. So, this is the bottom board. Let me just take a picture of that. So, now, alright, so the purpose of this is so I could see what the mite count is, so clean it off as best I can. I'm not too concerned about it. It's a little cooler today, so we're gonna get that in there. Bees are a little upset, obviously. So we have the battery going. It's climbing up to, 445. So we're gonna let it keep rolling here. All right. So grab the jar. So it's starting to smoke a little bit. So I'm gonna keep away. Go ahead and just put the jar up on top of the hive for right now. Not in front yet. Be careful, it's hot. Okay, now you're gonna pull the golf tee. Yeah. All right, then put that up top. So what's our temperature at?
Inside. Almost there.
Okay, so you can go ahead and stick the machine in there. Yep. Okay, there you go. All right, now, so where are we at? 443. Okay, so go ahead and grab the plunger. So 2 hands, hold the, yep, and then pull that plunger up. Okay. And then, remember that tip's hot, so push down in there. No, don't touch the plunger. Hold the other side. Hold that there. There you go. Don't be scared of it. Make sure it's fully packed, and then look at it. We good? Are we up 4 grams? Okay, cool.
You got enough?
Yep. So go ahead and put the jar down. No, not that. Put the jar down. All right, now you can leave it open. It's not gonna hurt anything. All right. So now stick it in there. Okay. All the way down so it locks. Good. Okay, now let it rest. Now I need you to pump it, like hit it a couple times. There you go. Now leave it in there. Back away. Leave it, but just let it hang. Back away, and just let it roll. So now it's going to discharge. Obviously, you see all the oxalic acid coming out. That's because of the bottom board. That's a lot better production than we had last time. So I'm gonna step over here. You're okay because you got your mask on. Turn the switch off first. And then take the golf tee first before you pull it out. Okay, and then when you pull it out, stick the golf tee. Remember the tip is hot, so be careful. There you go, done. Alright, now, what I want you to do is pull that battery. Okay. Face upwards, like put it on the back, like that. Now,
I still smoke it.
Yeah, so you always grab here, never grab here. And go from there. All right, so that is the treatment. As you can see, it's smoking a little bit. The bees are not happy because I have it blocked off. Obviously the rag's barely doing anything. So that is it. Yeah, so we're gonna clean this thing here in a second. So we'll come back in a minute.